Who sent the equivalent of a SWAT team to respond to a wellness call in a black community? Who put this family in this predicament?
Grief and outrage in Texas after a white police officer fatally shot a black woman through a window of her own home. Fort Worth police are expressing remorse to the family of Atatiana Jefferson, saying they don't know why this officer did what he did.
I'm deeply sorry for what occurred.
Jefferson, only 28 years old, was killed early Saturday when an officer fired a single shot through her bedroom window while she was babysitting her nephew. That officer has now resigned from the force and been charged with murder. Aaron Dean is out of jail after posting bond just hours after his arrest.
There's absolutely no excuse for this incident, and the person responsible will be held accountable.
But for the victim's family, this is bigger than the actions of one officer.
Former Officer Dean is certainly responsible and should be held accountable, but so should the system that made a way for him. This is a moment where we get to have serious conversations about systemic problems within policing, particularly as it concerns policing the African American community and the use of deadly force. It should not end with the prosecution of one officer.
Police were called to check in on Jefferson's house after a concerned neighbor reported her front door was open. In this police body camera video, an officer is seen walking through Jefferson's backyard. Then as he approaches a window,
put your hands up, show me your hands.
In a split second, Jefferson is shot. Never did the officer identify himself as police or even knock on the front door before opening fire. In the video, you can see a gun inside the bedroom, but the police chief said Jefferson behaved as any Texas homeowner would.
The gun was found just inside the room, but it makes sense that she would have a gun if she felt that she was being threatened or there was someone in the backyard.
This was the 9th police-involved shooting so far this year in Fort Worth. More than half have targeted African Americans. The Jeffersons have called for a federal investigation and say that they want the Fort Worth police to advance their training so that this doesn't happen to another family.